Hello, this is Brian. Welcome back to my shop and my channel. You know, in my last video I suggested that I was done working on the International Harvester Little Genius plow, but I recently discovered a couple things that I had missed. So I'm going to show you what I missed. And to my defense, I really don't know anything about this plow. This is the first one I've ever worked on, and I discovered a couple of things. So let's walk over to the plow and take a look. The plow is becoming very complete. The pineapples and the saguaro cactus, they sure are enjoying their time out in the sun. It's actually a heat advisory here today in Minnesota. Here's what I discovered. This bracket right here. Let me back up a little bit. This is very solid. I noticed here the bracket is missing. It's supposed to start from here and then tie up to here. And watch how loose, let me back up a little bit. Look how loose that plow is without that bracket. And once again, it's that bracket. But my friend Robert from South Dakota is going to bring me a bracket. And that'll take care of that. I totally missed that. And the next thing is this heel piece that's on this landslide. You know, to be honest with you, I didn't even know that this was replaceable because it fit on there so nice and those bolts were polished down so smoothly. I didn't realize it was a separate piece until I got to looking at it. And as it turns out, this piece was really worn on the bottom. Well, first I tried to find one and that got me nowhere. I even went up to a tractor salvage yard in Barnesville, Minnesota, called Bewers. And they had quite a few plows like this, but every one this piece was missing. So I took this off, and I had to remake new bolts to put it back on. But I got bolts at a running store in Dickinson, North Dakota, and then just had to grind them down a little bit. I'm happy with that. And I'll show you what I did on the other side. I welded a piece of rebar in. Let's walk over to the other side. I just welded a piece of rebar in there. This heel piece appeared to be cast steel and not cast iron. Consequently, it welded up kind of nice. So I think that's as good as it's going to get. Oh, I want to mention one other thing. When I removed this piece, on the inside of the piece where it's sandwiched up against the landslide, the original paint was on the heel and it was blue. This tells me that this plow, at least this part of the plow, was initially blue and not black. So these ones might be painted the wrong color. And that paint kind of got destroyed when I arc welded on this thing. Or actually I MIG welded it. But it was blue. And I think that's worth noting, that this plow, at least the plow portion, was originally blue at one time. Well, anyways, I welded up that heel piece the best I could. Finding one might be very difficult. And then I'm waiting for that bracket to come. Then I believe the plow is 100% done and it's ready to go out into the field. So, and we'll definitely make a video of that when that day comes sometime this fall. Once again, this is Brian. Thank you for watching. Goodbye now.